Good morning, dear students. This is my second lesson to you all. This is the online lesson second. The two stories about flying. Conquering the skies is the one and only achievement of the people. Once upon a time, the people used to think about it. And in the year 1903, the Wright brothers invented a flying machine. And they thought that they conquered the skies. Let's see the picture. The Wright brothers invented a machine, a flying machine. You can see the picture. Maybe it's not very clear to you. And the first successful powered aeroplane was invented in the year 1903. And it was a refined and practical flying machine. It has come into use right from 1905. In this lesson, the two stories about flying, there are two different parts. It consists two different parts. The first one is titled His First Flight, and the second one is Black Aeroplane. Let's go with the lesson, His First Flight. Since the earliest times, humans have dreamt about conquering the skies. So conquering the skies is nothing but something that they have achieved much bigger. And it was the one and only successful event they thought so. And here in this lesson, a seagull, it's not at all gathering the spirit of flying. It was a kitty bird, a small little bird, and it has got an entire family. The family consists mother, father, and brother birds and the sister bird. I read out the first paragraph and then I'll explain to you. The young seagull was alone in his ledge. A ledge is a narrow horizontal shelf projecting from a wall or a cliff. The entire family was flying across the sea, and here and there were some mountains, and they started flying from the mountain to the other end of the sea. The young seagull was alone in his ledge. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. The entire family moved away from this cliff of the mountain to the other side of the sea. But only this kitty bird is not at all trying. It's not gathering its spirit to fly. And it was very covetous. And due to its covered nature, it's unable to move from this end to the other end of the cliff. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. While the entire family was moving, it was not gone along with them because the covered nature, it's being covered, that's the reason it was not at all flown away with the whole family. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge is, it's nothing but the mouth of the ledge. Ledge is a narrow horizontal shelf projecting from a wall or the cliff of a mountain. It was run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings. He became afraid. And it was about to flap its wings in order to fly, but it couldn't make an effort to move away from that spot. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath. There was a very great, the sea is expanded and it was everywhere, it was spread all over, and it had seen the expanse of the sea and couldn't make out any attempt to move away from there. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. Okay, if this bird, the seagull, if he tried to move away from that place, he had to move some miles of distance. It was not just some distance, some miles of distance he had to go. The first thing is he had to make an attempt. When we try to learn something, we generally hesitate. Here, mother bird and the father bird, both of them, both the parents would like to teach him how to move away, how to fly. It was the first attempt of this seagull flying for the first time from this ledge of the brink of the ledge to the other end of the sea. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down. It was miles down. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. What was the first point that had taken back step, It has no confidence. He has no confidence. He thought that his wings never support him. So sometimes we also consider ourselves very small and we couldn't do anything and we are not that very skillful. So we cannot do anything. We always consider ourselves very low. Here also this seagull was considering himself very low and it has no strength. It has strength but he is unable to show it out. And the second point, he has no confidence, lacking confidence. The confidence levels are lacking. Okay, he has no confidence at all that he could move away from the brink of the ledge to the other end of the sea. I'll show you the picture. How the seagull is trying to move from the sea. Here you can see the seagull is flying over the sea, and it was not the first attempt of this bird. After having tried many times, it had come to this position of flying. Okay, we will see how he's gonna start flying. And so he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole. So he came out of the ledge, to the brink of the ledge, and he looked at the sea, and it was too great, and he thought that his legs and his wings never support him and he couldn't move out from that ledge, and he thought that he couldn't do that. His wings never support him. So he bent his head down, ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. The whole night it slept in the ledge. The whole family, mother bird, father bird, brother birds, and everybody, his little sister also even gone away. But this seagull, lack of confidence and lack of courage, bravery, and it has unable to move out from that ledge. It unable to flown away along with the family. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own. Actually, all his brothers, even little sister's wings are not that very strong compared to his own wings. His wings are much strengthened, and he had no confidence, lack of confidence, he couldn't flown away. But his little sister also moved. Even their wings were not that very physically, they have no that much strength, but they tried. Trying is very important. What we do, we never try. Everybody's first attempt is a failure. Everybody's first attempt is a failure. But when that idea will strike in our mind to try, that itself will give you lots of strength. But the problem with us is we always consider ourselves very low. We always consider that we couldn't do it. And we have so many, ill women's, and also we have sometimes, no proper strength within us. Spiritually, we might not be that very strengthened. So these are all the points that would lag us behind. So we are not supposed to consider ourselves low. Here the seagull considered himself very low. Even his little brothers, little sister and parents have flown away. The whole entire family, the whole family is moved away from this place. But who is left behind? The seagull is left behind. And ran to the brink, flapped their wings and flew away. They flapped their wings, the soft and feathery wings, they flapped it nicely and they gathered the spirit and they had confidence and they all flown away except this seagull. He failed to muster up courage. What he failed to do? He couldn't gather his courage. Mustering up is nothing but gathering courage. Whatever we do, whether it is a small little work or a great event, first of all we need to gather the spirit. That gathering spirit will give us, and it is the one which can power us to do great things. Okay, and that plunge, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge. Everybody plunged. Plunge is nothing but, what is the meaning of plunge? To thrust into water. They touched the water. They had taken a small little splash on the water and they moved off. Okay, muster up. Please underline the words muster up, plunge and ledge. Ledge is a narrow horizontal shelf projecting from a wall or a cliff of a mountain. Brink is nothing but the mouth. Brink is the mouth of the ledge. And plunge is to thrust into water. They touched the water and they just flown off, calling to him shrilly, which appeared to him so desperate. What that appeared to him so desperate? Plunge, taking a plunge in the water, in the sea, is something that appeared to him so desperate. He desperate to plunge in the water. But what that had dragged him back? Lack of confidence. He had no confidence. He was not even mustering up his courage and he is not even trying. Having thoughts, having ideas is not enough. We have to put those ideas into practice. Unless we put our ideas, unless we think about it and unless we try to do something, we cannot achieve any progress in our lives. And his father and mother had come around calling to him shrilly. They left their brothers, that means their children, the children who have moved further. And mother and father, they had come back to this little seagull and they were calling him shrilly. Okay, shrill cry is nothing but a sharp cry. And upbraiding him, upbraiding is nothing but scolding. Okay, mother and father birds are upbraiding the seagull and they were also urging him to, persuading him to do that act, persuading him to fly along with them. And they were also threatened. If you left behind, nobody would be there with you. Okay, already one day is past. If too many days, if you are not trying and being away in this ledge, you will be remain in this ledge only. You cannot make any attempt. They threatened. They started threatening. They started upbraiding. Upbraiding is, what is upbraiding? What does it mean by upbraiding? Scolding. To let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. They said, if you never come out of this ledge, you will be starving. Would you like to starve or would you like to come along with us and enjoy the trip? Okay, this bird is still thinking, what should I do now? My father, mother birds have already flown off. My sister and my little sister even, his wings and her wings are very delicate, very feeble. Even then, my sister bird is also flown off. What should I do now? It started thinking, but it is not trying. But for the life of him, he could not move. But for the life of him, he could not move. Means he is not mustering up his courage. He is not at all preparing him to put his practice into in terms of activity Okay, having thought is not enough. Putting in practice is very important. But here, this bird, the seagull, is not at all trying. Okay, having too many thoughts in his mind, but he had not tried to move off from this ledge. That was 24 hours ago. 24 hours in the sense one day is already passed in the ledge. Okay, but even then it is unable to muster up his courage and not at all trying. Since then, nobody had come near him. Since then, nobody had come near him the day before. Father stopped going, mother stopped coming and visiting this bird at the ledge because it's enough. They thought that it's enough. So much we tried. From our side, we have tried a lot to give him some encouragement. We encouraged him. We persuaded him. But all our trials are in vain. What should we do? Okay, he has to take a right decision. He has to try for flying. Then only he can reach as they thought. And since then nobody had come near him the day before, all day long he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sisters. What he was doing at the ledge, he started looking at the brother birds and the sister bird and parent birds were flying around. But he is not at all trying to go. Actually there was a desire. Okay, he was desperately wanted to meet his brother birds and sister and also his parents, but it had not happened with him because the fault is there with him only. He was not trying to reach them. And he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight. What the parent birds were doing with the brothers and the little sister, they were giving enough training how to catch hold of the fish, how to hunt their prey, how to catch hold of their prey. They were training the art of flight. First of all, they have to learn how to fly in the sky, and how they have to catch hold of their prey, how to get the food. So all these things that the parent birds were teaching to the brother birds and sister bird, but the seagull is unable to learn. And it was watching how nicely my parents are teaching how to catch hold of this fish and how to learn the art of flying. But I'm here troubling at the ledge and it is repenting, but it is not trying hard to move and try his first flight. It was the first flight. In order to learn how to make his first flight successful. We can be successful when we try hard. Success never comes to us easily. Getting success is not that very easy. Unless we try and try again and again, you never reach to the point of success. Isn't it? So here also this bird is not even trying, having too many thoughts, having too many ideas, watching them how they are learning, how they are taking the perfection of their flight as well as the perfection in getting the food, to catch hold of the food and all. They were learning from their parents. All this scenario, this bird is watching from the ledge, but it is not moving. And he had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour. Herring in the sense is soft-finned sea fish. His elder brother started catching hold of his prey. That was really so good. So how he had learned, from whom he had learnt it? Who taught him all this? The parent birds taught the brother bird how to catch hold of the fish. And his older brother catch hold of the fish that's called herring. It's a kind of soft-finned sea fish. He had caught hold of it and started devouring. Devour in the sense, what does it mean by devour? Devour means eating something hurriedly with too much of desperate nature. We hurry to eat something. Eating something hurriedly is nothing but devouring. He devoured. Herring fish, he caught it and he devoured. Who devoured the herring fish? His older brother, the seagull's older brother. Who taught him how to devour or how to catch hold of this fish? His parents taught him. Unless we learn certain good things from our parents, we cannot learn the good habits even then. Isn't it? So our parents are the first teachers to us. They teach us what to do and what not to do. What is good and what is bad. Okay, we will come to know after we reach to certain age, 13, 14 years of age is the right time to learn what is good and what is bad. We pick all the good deeds, good things, good habits, and we started putting them in practice. We learn all these good teachings from our parents. Parents are the first teachers to you. Okay, when your parents are directing in a right way, don't deny. Okay, don't throw out their word. You have to take their words sincerely so that you learn good things and good lessons of life, children. And here also you can learn many things. This lesson is teaching us that we have to go in a right path which has been shown by our parents or our elders, our teachers, okay, or our well-wishers and friends. Suppose if anybody is telling you something good, don't just okay scold them or having a kind of okay indifference with them. So you have to take it seriously. Oh, for my good sake only they said it. Okay, this is for my own good. So you have to take it in a sincere and in a very serious manner so that you will be growing as a good child, growing as a good human being. Okay, and here you see, standing on a rock while his parents circled around and raising a proud cackle. Okay, when this elder brother or the older brother caught this herring fish and devouring it, parents are feeling very happy. Okay, their happiness has no end. Okay, they were feeling very happy. That happiness is shown as in the form of okay cackling. A proud cackling is started. The parents were circled around that older brother because the older brother had succeeded in catching his food, catching his prey. And when he caught hold of that prey, and he really felt, and they really felt very happy because whatever the training, whatever the path that they have shown to him, he had sincerely followed and he got success in that. So if you wanted to be successful, you need to follow certain steps and the right path you have to tread on. If you tread on the right path, definitely the end point or your destination would be successful. That's all for today, and tomorrow we'll meet again. This is the first part for you and the second part will be taught tomorrow. Until then, goodbye children, and based on this lesson, I'll be giving you some homework that would be given it to you on Thursday. Thank you all.